Join us for some ghost stories.
I hope you're on the edge of your seat. Here's a ghost story. This is the story of a woman. She was walking home late from work one night. The night was dark and windy, and she became quite scared as her journey took her along the gates of a dimly lit cemetery. As she was walking, she became more and more petrified of what might be in the night. And just ahead of her, she saw a policeman on patrol along the gates of the same cemetery. And she decided, instead of walking home alone, she would walk with this man, this policeman, thinking that he would be safe. Well, as she picked up her pace to catch up to him, he suddenly froze. He seemed scared. What could be scaring this policeman, this man who's armed? And so she became quite worried. And so she jogged to catch up to him. But now he seemed even more scared, and now he's begun to jog. And so she, to catch up to him, runs even faster towards him, and he runs even faster away from her. Well, she's fully chasing this man, afraid to see what the policeman is scared of, the thing in the night that's probably right behind her. And as she finally catches up to this policeman, the policeman turns to her and says, "Can you stop chasing me? You're really scaring me." And that's when she realized she was the scary thing that goes bump in the night.
I have a good one. Have you ever heard the story of the ghost of Bloody Finger? There once was a man who bragged and bragged about how brave he was, so his friend dared him to sleep overnight in a house that they knew was haunted. The man made up the bed in the master bedroom of the house, ready to sleep there for the night. As he was falling asleep, he heard, "I am the ghost of Bloody Finger," down by the front door. The man took a deep breath and tried to ignore the sounds. Then he heard, "I am the ghost of Bloody Finger." And it sounded like the voice was coming up the stairs. The man took another deep breath and told himself it was just his imagination playing tricks on him. Then he heard the door to the room open, and he heard, "I am the ghost of Bloody Finger." You got a Band-Aid? And that is the story of the ghost of Bloody Finger.
Did I ever tell you about the time I actually met a ghost? I met a cookie ghost. It was years ago when I was moving into an apartment, and it turned out my friend Grant lived right across the hall from me, and he helped me move in. And when he finished helping me, he was leaving, and he turned to me and said, "By the way, did you hear that our building has a cookie ghost?" "What do you mean our building has a cookie ghost? What is a cookie ghost?" And he says, "Well, it's just like a regular ghost, but if you give it a cookie, it goes away. It leaves you alone forever." So that night, I end up having a nap on the couch, and I hear from out in the hall, "Ooh." I'm a little worried. I don't know what that sound is. And then a couple minutes later, from right outside the door, I hear, "Ooh," even closer. And then I get really worried when I hear the door to my apartment creak open. And from inside my apartment, I hear, "Ooh," and I turn and I look, and there it is, the cookie ghost. And I'm very scared. I'm very worried. And then I remember what my friend Grant told me. And I run to my kitchen and I grab an enormous chocolate chip cookie that I had in my cookie jar, and I offer it to the ghost. And the ghost takes it and nods. And then the ghost just leaves. And that's the time I met the cookie ghost.
What did it look like?
It looked just like my friend Grant, but he was wearing face paint.
This next story is really super, super scary. So if you think you'll have nightmares, turn back now. I warned you. A babysitter had just put the kids to bed, and she went to the parents' room to watch television. As she was watching TV, out of the corner of her eye, she could see a clown statue. When she looked away and looked back again, the clown statue had gotten closer to her. She looked away again, and when she looked back, it was closer still. It was starting to freak her out, so she grabbed the phone and called the parents while they were on the date and told them about the clown statue. The father started to scream at her to get the kids out of the house because they didn't own a clown statue.